Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4. My name is Ross the Boss, and today we are going to be attempting to unlock one of the older Steam achievements, but it's also one of the more challenging. One of the achievements we're going to be unlocking today is the Better Than Napoleon achievement, and the goal, of course, is to play as Napoleon. We are going to be using his campaign, starting in France, and the goal is to conquer 3 provinces. One of them is being Berlin. The second province we need to conquer is Vienna. And lastly, we have until 1820 to conquer Muscovy. And if all goes well, we are going to be painting Europe into a nice French blue. Like I said, this is going to be one of the more challenging achievements, so I'm going to try my best, but I'm sure we can take care of this. And without further ado, let's begin. One of the first things we're going to need to take care of is to establish our rivals. Right off the bat, we see that Denmark, England, and Burgundy have considered us a rival, so we are going to rival them back. England and Burgundy. Next up, we are going to be choosing our advisors. We have an administrative advisor, a diplomatic advisor, and a military advisor. Rank 1 advisors this early in the game are by far the best option because they are not only the cheapest, but they are definitely the most cost-effective as well. Not necessarily wanting a missionary strength advisor or a inquisitor, but that unfortunately this is the only one that's available at this time. Next up, we only have 1 rank advisor, and this is a spy master, so we're going to go ahead and recruit him for 16 ducats. And then for our military advisor, we only have 1 rank 1 advisor, and it is a quartermaster, and for 15 gold, we are going to recruit him as well. Next up, we are going to be establishing our mission, and we are going to reclaim Cal. And Cal is right here. And what we're going to be doing is you can see that these dashed green lines that you can see on the map right here are essentially territory that used to be under French domain and have been taken over by a foreign government. And because they were previously owned by me, I have cored these territories. I'm able to reconquest them for 75% less of aggressive expansion, and because I already have a core on these provinces, I won't need to spend any administrative power to set up governments in those areas. And so now that I've picked a mission, the very next thing I need to do is, because we are not at war, we certainly don't need to be keeping our army maintenance up to full power. So we're going to be saving some ducats here per month, bringing our administrative costs down. Next up, we're going to be mothballing our forts, and essentially what this means is we are not going to be paying upkeep on our forts, and we do not have any garrison sizes. And essentially what that'll do is, because we are not at wartime, we won't need to be paying an maintenance fee or an upkeep fee. And last but not least, we are going to be taking care of our heavy ships and our transport ships. We're going to be mothballing these in port. And unfortunately with ships, because we are not paying a maintenance fee, they will deteriorate and rot over time, going from 100% durability down to 25% durability. But they will not cost us any upkeep or maintenance. Next up, we have our light ships here, and we are going to be protecting our trade in the Bordesian trade node. And hopefully, I believe that's everything right now. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to hopefully improve relations with Castile, improve relations with Venice. And one of my first conquest targets is I have a mission to take over Cal and hopefully reclaim these 4 English territories. But I also am looking to expand into Provence, Barrois, Maine, and Anjou, and hopefully we'll see which opportunity arises first. Looks like we have some alliance offers here from Aragon, Genoa, and we have military access for Provence. I am going to decline Aragon, decline Genoa, and actually decline Provence because I'm going to be going to war with Provence sooner or later. And I think the allies that I need first are going to be Venice, Castile, and I would like to ally Savoy. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's move these troops into a coastal province with farmland because the supply limits are always higher in farmland in coastal provinces compared to hills or woods. Let's see, the Papal States want to become my ally. Unfortunately, I'm going to decline this as well. And because we have 40,000 men and we have 224 gold, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some more men. Let's create 10,000 troops. Each regiment has one unit or 1,000 men. Let's see here, and we're going to title this Defense. Let's create 10,000, have them meet up in Paris, and they are Latin medieval infantry. There is my alliance from Savoy. Now we are down to 30,000 men, 130 gold, and let's see. Let's let the games begin. So who are Burgundy's allies? Burgundy is allied with Brittany and union with Brabant, Flanders, and Holland. Let's see here. Excommunicated Savoy. That is not what I wanted to see. Papal States threatening. Who? Okay. Savoy is going to be my ally, which already is my ally. Hopefully we can set up a royal marriage in time. I'd like to ally Milan, Venice, and Castile, and that'll bring me up to my 4-4 diplomatic relations slots. And also, you can see that as France, I am guaranteeing the independence of Scotland. And though I am guaranteeing it now, I will probably revoke that guarantee in time, and that will essentially free up my diplomatic relations slots, and I won't be penalized for having more allies. Let's see here. Let's claim the inheritance of Napoli, Salento, Calabria. Let's gain a bunch of claims in Italy. Aragon and Naples won't like this, but that is a price I am willing to take. Hungary is a little far away, all the way across the world. I won't be allying them anytime soon. And I guess the main goal is to either conquest England or conquest Provence. We'll see in time which will be a better goal. Unfortunately, England has allied Austria, Portugal, and Navarra, which will be very problematic to take. So I believe my first goal will be to take Provence. And in order to take Provence, I'll need to set up my spy networks and start fabricating some claims on their provinces. The main capital of Provence is actually Provence. So, though I will be taking smaller provinces like Anjou and Maine, I'm assuming their capital has the most development, and therefore costs the most and is worth the most, because it has a higher production value and higher taxation value than many of the other territories that Provence owns. Let's see here. Burgundy has 14,000 men and 11 ships. They have 5 light ships and 6 transports. This might be a little problematic, but I think we can take them over quite easily. But they will also be bringing in their allies, Flanders, Holland, and Brabant, because they lead a personal union. As for allies, they're only allied to Brittany, which I don't think will be too problematic. They have 8,000 men. I think one of my biggest concerns here will be England and Austria. Let's take a look and see what buildings I can be building. Let's see. I could be building a fort. Don't think I necessarily need it, and I haven't unlocked any churches or trade depots just yet. So I guess really we're going to be playing the waiting game until we find an opportunity to strike.